Here is a vintage General Electric Vortalex fan. This is a 10-inch model. I'm going to do some cleaning and lubrication on here. As you can see, the bearings are very stiff. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the guard. Okay, now you want to be very careful when you're moving the guard because these blades go out of balance very easily. So you want to make sure that if you hit any resistance at this point, you just stop and try it a different way. This can be a very aggravating process. I don't really know what the best way to do it is. Maybe I can get the blade off of here and take the whole thing out once I have the blade removed. Wow, that was probably the easiest blade I've ever had come off. Okay, yeah, definitely, if you can take the blade off, do that because it makes it a fair bit easier. Look at that, right on the front guard too. It's not even in the back or on the bottom, right in the front. Alright, so the blade. Actually, not too bad. Wet cloth, and again, don't press hard on these blades because you'll get them out of balance very, very easily. And that is just such a nuisance. Probably could do a little bit of a polish on these blades and get them to look even better, but for now I'm just going to get this thing to a usable standpoint, and then can revisit this again later when I have more time. Yeah, I realize I'm cleaning the blades. One of them I'm cleaning duplicate. I can't remember which way I went before, so whatever. Alright, so that's that. I think that's about all I'm going to do on the blades. Again, they really need a polish on them to come up really nice. But it looks pretty good for now. These do have a gloss finish on them, but just needs a little bit of polish on the back. So I'll set that aside. For the motor, I'm just going to do another wipe down with the wet cloth, or damp cloth rather, it's not that wet. The base has gloss paint on it too, so it could use a little bit of a polish also, but that'll happening another time. Unfortunately, I think the oscillation does not work on this unit, which is kind of a shame, but we'll see. It may just be not working because it's too tight. Despite the fact that this has a pretty good cosmetic condition, it really does not seem like it was ever oiled or anything. Okay, let's see, the oil well's going to come off real easily. That's good. And the oil in there is pretty junky. Yeah, that's really stiff. Okay. That's all the cleaning I'm going to do for today. Now let's get to looking at the mechanics here. Okay. Well, there's grease in there, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's all dried up. It's more sticky than anything. So this grease will have to be replaced, but just for the time being, just to see if we can get it going, I'm going to put some oil in here. I'm going to do a little bit of 3-in-1. See if we can revive some of this grease a little bit. Okay, and since there's no other way to do this, there's no oil on the back, I'm just going to put a couple drops of oil down into the shaft. Actually, I'll leave that off for the next few minutes. I want to see if this starts loosening up or not. I may have to take this apart and really clean out the bearings if this doesn't start freeing up at all. which is seemingly the case here. Yeah, this is pretty stiff still. A fair bit of junk on the shaft here. I suppose it could be an alignment issue, maybe. Nah, I guess not. Alright, well, I'll have to take this apart in order to really get this lubricated properly. I don't understand why this is so tight. That's got to be why it's not oscillating properly. Anyways, for these, for that portion of the fan, I'm going to use detergent oil. See if we can get this working again. Oh man, that's really locked solid. I've never seen this happen before. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, this is why the oscillation is not working. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this has got to be why the oscillator's not working, just because it's too tight. I'll keep working at this and see if I can get it to free up at all. Alright, so what I've determined I'm going to do is, oh boy, I'm going to remove this part. Okay. Now, looks like there may be a pin here I can take out. Maybe not. Okay, so the oscillator problem I'm going to have to get resolved at a later time because it's going to be a production to get that fixed. But what I will try to do now is I will try to split the motor and see if I can get the bearings to be... Actually, the bearings have freed up a bit, so on second hand, I'm not going to do that. What in the world is all that noise? Alright, so the conclusion of this video is that in order to get the oscillation working properly, as well as the bearings properly lubricated, it's going to take a fair bit more time to strip the whole thing apart and figure it out, although the bearings seem like they're getting a bit looser over time. I've disconnected the oscillating mechanism, or the oscillating arm rather, so we can now see if the oscillator works. So first I'm going to give this a test run now. It's got some oil in it, and we'll see how fast it goes. Start off with 2 since I believe that's the slower speed. Get that out of the way. That's really slow. I'm not quite sure if that's how slow it's supposed to be. I would wager probably not. But then again, I don't expect it to run as fast as it should because of the bearing issue. That doesn't sound very good. I guess it just has a very slow load. Alright, well, it does work. It's not quite as balanced as I was hoping it would be, but we can fix that. So anyways, oh yeah, let's test the oscillator. Nah, it's not really going. No, actually no, I think it is. Yeah, it works. Yep, the oscillator works. Cool. That's good. Just make sure it makes a complete rotation. Alright, that's cool. So the oscillator does in fact work. So once I get that fixed, it'll oscillate. So, okay. There you have it. Thank you for watching, and I'll be looking for the second video of servicing this. Out.